Welcome to another tutorial of Knyo. In this tutorial, I will demonstrate how to create a part in Knyo. To create a new part in Knyo, you have to be on part management screen, and you can open the part management screen by clicking on this part button. Now you can click on this new part button, which will bring up a part create dialog. On this dialog, you can enter relevant information related to this part. There are different tabs available here where you can see different attributes. Let's start with the first tab, which is the part tab, where you can enter the general information like part number, part name, and description. You can also add unit of measure, part category, part type. If you don't see your value appearing in this drop-down list, you can add the same from part settings. You can also enter the change information here, like change ID, change name, and its description. So let's give a number to this part. Okay, and I will be keeping the same name as the part number. So you can see the red asterisk symbol before the part number and the name, meaning these two attributes are mandatory and you cannot leave them as a blank. You have to have enter some value for the part number and the name. Otherwise, your part will not get created in the system. So let's move on to the next tab, which is the design tab. On this tab, you can enter the design related information about your part, like sheet name, material, and the system. System is where you have designed this part. If you are attaching a drawing or want to treat this part as a drawing, you can set this indicator as a yes. And as soon as I set it as a yes, you can see all these four attributes becomes mandatory. And you can also observe the red asterisk symbols behind them. And for this demonstration, I will keep it as a no. And there is also one more attribute called model indicator. If you are attaching any 3D files to this part, you can set this indicator as yes. And if I'm setting this as a yes, you can see model name and the model type are mandatory now. So I am leaving it as a no. In the dimension section, you can enter the dimension related information for weight, thickness, height, and length. So I'm leaving it as a blank. So let's go to the final tab, which is the details tab, where you can enter your manufacturing related information. So you can also set the condition of supply for this part, which is in-house manufactured or bought out part. So by default, it is a bought out. And in case if I select it as or set it as an in-house manufactured part, then you can see plant asset number, line number, and station number are getting added, and these are the mandatory attributes that you need to fill up. So I'm keeping it as a by default, which is the bought out part. And again, you can also enter the manufacturing related information like cycle time, delivery time, purchase time, and for the in-house manufactured part, you can set up the production time, cycle time, fixture material, fixture supplier, and fixture type. Okay, so I'm setting it as a bought out, and in the part price section, you can enter the price related information for this part. You can also set the currency, tax percentage, tax, actual tax, and any additions to the tax. You can also enter that amount over here. And attachment, this is very important section where you can drag and drop your attachments. So these attachments can be your office files, can be videos, can be your drawings, or any CAD files, PDF files, anything you want to attach, you can easily attach here. So I'm attaching some images to it, some Word file, some PDF, and I also have some parts, SolidWorks parts that I want to attach with this. So whatever the CAD parts I'm attaching, so it is automatically categorized it as a model files, and the images has been categorized categorized as images, and the document files are office files has been already categorized as documents. So you can also change these categories by clicking on this. And again, if you want to create another category for your attachments, you can go back to part settings screen and add your category there. All right, so last part is the project section. This is the section where you can attach a project information with this part. So currently I have not created any project in the system. That's why this list is appearing as a blank. But if you want to create a new project, you can go to site and projects and create a new project for your site or for this your entire Knyo in the Knyo system. And don't forget to set that project as an active so that it can start appearing here. So I'm leaving it as a blank because I don't have any choice there. And so I'm clicking it on submit. So you can see first it is part is getting created, and slowly one by one it is attaching the parts. So my part has been already created and it will start appearing here on the top of this table. And if I click on this, you can see the details of these parts. Okay. And design manufacturing section, you can see all this information, and you can see currently this part is not locked, and I can acquire the lock by clicking on this window and submitting my request. So that's all. This is how you create your new part in the Knyo. Thank you very much.